Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here, and you're tuned in for more of my 2 cents. If you are new here, then welcome. And if you're returning, hey, thank you so much for watching today. Hopefully you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We would love to add you to our 2 cents crew. Over here, I cover an array of topics, right? So from religion to family, marriage, lifestyle, and everything in between. That's what we do over here. And 3 points that I like to make before I start any topic of discussion is: number 1, you're not alone. Number 2, you're not crazy. Number 3, God, your creator, still loves you. And I do too, okay? So today's topic is going to be one of somewhat of self-encouragement and just a message that I think other people really need to hear nowadays is, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Take the limits off. Operate in the abundance that is you and that is your God-given right, power, and ability. And stop allowing other people's limits to be yours. Let them keep their fear. Keep that over there, okay? That's what you got to do. That's the kind of mindset that you have to operate in. And I know that it's not something that a lot of people are used to doing. I did a video a week or so ago about setting boundaries. And this is a follow-up to that. This is so much deeply rooted in the way of life that I have become accustomed to living, the intentionality that I take and that I make to ensure that I do not fall back into the non-doing aspect of life and the hope of it all, but the actual action that it takes for greatness to take place. And I know that, if you're in church or not, you have probably heard of the scripture, hope is the evidence of things. Well, no, faith is the evidence of things hoped for, but not seen. Yes, faith. Now, faith is the evidence of things hoped for, but not seen. And it takes faith. It takes faith for a lot, right? There's been a lot of things that I've done personally where there took an immense amount of faith, and there were no supporting factors and evidence that would ever make me think that they could be done, but I went ahead and did them. And I want to share, with you all and encourage you to not allow other people's limits to be your own. It doesn't matter where you came from, what other people have or have not done that you are a totally different copy of what it is that's going to come out of your situation and your expectations. And we all know this to be true because we have parents, we have loved ones, we have relatives, we have friends. No one is the same. No one's journey is identical. Even if you're a twin, you're one of one. And that's what matters. The only thing that separates you from someone else that gets more, does more, is more successful, or has access is the one that is willing to do it and the one that is willing to just believe that it can be done. And I am the one that believes and does. And this is a really big part of what I believe has allowed me and my husband both to be successful and to do things in a very short, to do great things in a short time. Is because we've never allowed fear to stop us from doing something. Once we see that it's done, that it can be done, like proof, baby, I love a good blueprint. I love a good blueprint, okay? I love blueprints, whether it's for, architecture, whether it's a degree, whether it's millionaire, billionaires, whatever. That's proof and evidence that things can be done. People are not my competition. I don't want what you got. I don't want to do what you did. I want to do what I want to do. I want to do and I want to have what's for me and what's best for me and my family. And so that's my thought process. But I've always been an advocate for acting faster than my fear. I activate action faster than I do doubt. I know that doubt can definitely overtake a person. As an adult, specifically, the cares of life and the issues of life will stack up against you to where you literally become debilitated and you're not able to take any action because you overthink it. I like to move as fast as my thoughts, because before fear or doubt or anxiety can set in, or the what ifs, baby, I'm already on it. That's just how it is. So the number one way, and I do have a list here of 4 points that I want to make for you to not allow other people's limits to be your own, would be to know your worth. When you understand who you are, what you understand your worth and your value. It's very hard for someone else to put a price tag on something or on you when you know what your appraisal is, right? when you know that your mind is valuable, when you know that your time is valuable, when you know that your thoughts and your input is valuable, you'll be very selective on who you allow access to you, and B, what you allow to flow from you. And you understand that whatever people get from you is the imprint that you then make on the world. It's the experience that people are able to then like measure who you are based off of what they've experienced from you and with you. And I always think back to the times when I was in elementary school, the times when I was in high school, in college, and then in my young adult life in the workforce. I always knew my worth. I always acted based off of how I saw me, my value. I never allowed people to demean me or shut me down or cut me off. And that was highly in part by how my mother engaged with us, my siblings and myself, and how she treated our existence. It was important. There was value there. And so it was very hard for me to accept other people's perception of my value, because I know I'm like, I know I'm a shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's on little things, right? If it's the way that I would write, or if it was the things that I said, or me singing, or me wanting to go out for student council and then for the cheerleading captain or whatever, that support really did help from her, but knowing my worth mattered even more because I felt like I deserved it. So that was what I aligned myself with. Most of the people who do not go after what they want do not pursue things because they do not feel they are worth it. They do not believe they deserve it. And I'm here to tell you that you do. You do deserve it. You are worth it. And you should pursue it. You should do it. Whatever that is. It can be in life. It can be in business. It can be in love, relationships, friendships, travel, right? Materialistic things, whatever it is, you do deserve it. You are worth it. And you should pursue it and not feel bad about it. I've told you guys the story before of the friend who made me or wanted to make me feel bad about the car I wanted. It wasn't your car to want. I wanted that car. If you have the kind of car you want, why does it matter what kind of car I want? Leave me alone. And I went and got the car that I wanted. Not the image of what you want for me, but that which I desire for self, I allow to come into my experience. So know your worth and do not allow other people to determine that for you. Do not allow other people to cloud your judgment with their limiting beliefs, because that is what has been done to most of us since we were born. We've accepted other people's limiting beliefs, and now we're trying to clamor and pull it down and tear away that limiting thought process and the mindset behind it. My next point was understand your value. When you know your value, it's hard for other people to put a tag on it and say it's less than, it's equal to this, or you're not better than this, or you ain't did that. The friend that I had to ghost, she constantly was trying to reassess my value and compare it to other people she knew. You can't do that to me. I don't care if you know someone who has a doctorate's degree. I'm still me. I don't have a doctorate. I don't have a master's. I don't care about education when I know my value. The education system does not get to determine my level of knowledge, experience, expertise, right? It doesn't validate me because I'm not going by that system's standards to know whether or not I am approved in the industry or the area that I flow in. That's not the ruler that I was using for my life and my value. So don't allow other people to use their ruler, right, to measure your greatness. Woo! Put that on a shirt, okay? Do not allow other people to use their ruler to measure your greatness. So understand your value and operate in that. The next point is operate in full confidence. It doesn't matter if people think you're conceited, you are arrogant, or whatever. I've been called all of that way before I even got to where I am today. I haven't even done any of the stuff that I've done today. And people were already like saying things like, oh, you think you're this, you think you that, you're doing this, and da-da-da, you want to be seen, and you want this, and you're overly ambitious. And me and my husband have been told that we were overly ambitious. Well, I will be that, as I feel everyone should be. Because if you believe in yourself, what is the alternative? That's my new question to self. When I be in my state of gratitude, like, God, I'm so grateful for my home, for my family, for my marriage, for these pots, for these spoons, honey, for these candles. And then I start thinking to myself, what's the alternative of not being grateful? ungrateful, right? What's the alternative to not being confident? It's being unconfident. I don't want the contrast of these things. I want what I'm feeling in that moment. So operate in full confidence of your ability, of your skill, of your knowledge, of your understanding, of your experience and your exposure. Confidence allows you to move in a way that even scammers will be impressed with. Because even a scammer has to have confidence that you will be sold on what they're selling, that you will believe in what they're telling you, that you will want to buy into what they are pursuing. And no, not what they're pursuing, but what they're presenting. That matters. Confidence is everything. It's the difference between the person that doesn't have it and the person that believes they deserve it. That is the difference. Confidence helps you to move differently. So if you have the experience, the knowledge, the understanding, the skill set, the exposure, operate in full confidence of that, because that matters for you. Do not allow other people's limiting beliefs to be projected onto you. You don't have to operate underneath that belief system, under that mindset. I know that not having a background in entrepreneurship, not having a mentor in entrepreneurship, all of those things should have worked against me to feel like I could get to where I am today in business and in life. But it didn't, because the confidence wasn't in what I didn't know. The confidence was in what I knew could be achieved. And I knew that I believed in the concept. I believed in the idea. I believed in the mission. And I allowed that confidence to drive me. Furthermore, I believed in the foundation in which I even wanted to start doing what I would do. I knew that I believed in that. I was confident in my mother's recipe and her cooking. I was confident in her story and in our family's truth. And that is what fueled me and allowed me to be guided. I believed in it. I had confidence in what my husband had saw, tasted, and then decided, hey, this is what y'all should be doing with this. Confidence is everything. So flow and operate in your confidence and don't allow anything else outside of that to penetrate your foundation. Okay? All right. Last but not least, only focus on what supports your beliefs. Only focus on that. Only focus on what supports your beliefs. There is something to be said of people who will believe negative things in order to have a problem with you or with what they're seeing. People, all of us as humans, we will focus on what we want to be the reality and to be the truth. The supporting facts and details will always show you the truth that you want to accept all the time. If you want to believe that unplugging a cord from a wall, will result in you getting shocked, you will look for all the facts and the supporting details and evidence that will give you that outcome and that truth. But if you don't feel like that and you don't think about it when you're plugging things in and you're doing it and you're not being reckless or doing anything wrong, you'll never experience that truth. You'll never experience that as your reality. And so when you think about moving forward and not allowing other people's limits to be your own, you only start seeking out evidence and supporting details that give you that reality, that supports your desires. When I started the several businesses that I've had, when we started those companies and I focused on that, there were some things that did cloud my judgment in different aspects. And I can pinpoint them. Like when I had my women's clothing and shoe boutique, my business partner was not the greatest partner. I focused on the supporting facts of her not being a great business partner, and the business closed. Okay? Then I would go on to have other businesses by myself, right? But there were people who didn't believe in me that I wanted to believe in me, and I focused on their unbelief, and those businesses did not flourish and thrive. I was not confident in what I knew my abilities were, and I allowed their disbelief, their unbelief, to be the focus of which was my reality. Now with this one, you are not penetrating the surface. Like, it's just not happening. It's not even possible from like the highest of the high. I don't care. And I learned to shut things down early in business with this opportunity and situation, because I realized none of that mattered. I wasn't going to focus on that. I only focused on the support in the things that gave me the results I desired. So I focused on the people I didn't know. I focused on the fact that there are billions of humans in the world who have mouths and stomachs and families. And that's who I'm attracting to me. I'm not focused on the people I know who haven't bought, who haven't ordered, who haven't congratulated me, who haven't reposted, who haven't shared, right? Like, none of that matters. I don't care about y'all. I care about the belief in knowing that there are strangers out here waiting for what I have to offer and they need it. Guess what? That's what I aligned with. And soon the opportunity will present itself for my company to be featured on a national television show that would cause me to sell over 100,000 products, 150,000 products in one day. A young Black entrepreneur, both my husband and I are young Black entrepreneurs, one from a trailer park and one from the most dangerous parts of America, right? To a national television show. That wasn't because my supporting belief was nobody wants to see me win. Oh, my family and friends, nobody's buying. Oh, this is my mother. Why isn't money doing this? I didn't care. I didn't care because the doubts of others never became the doubts of mine. I never doubted myself, and you shouldn't doubt yourself either. So take the bet on you. Don't allow other people's limiting beliefs to be your own. Don't allow other people to project on you their fears, their concerns. Well, what if? That ain't my business. Start shutting it down, okay? I ain't never thought of that. That never crossed my mind. Like, that's what your responses should be. Not, girl, you right. You know what? I never thought about that. That could happen. No. Oh, okay. I never thought about that. And I'm not going to think about it again. Shut it down. Did such and such ask if you doing this? Did such and such offer to do this? They ain't posted about it, have it? They ain't even asked you. Last time you talked to them, they asked you if you was still doing? Nope. And I don't care if they do. I don't care if they don't. Like, it doesn't matter. You get to the point where you stop allowing other people's concerns to become your own, even if it has something to do with you. You can't make me care about other people concerning my business. You can't make me care about other people's doubt or negativity concerning my family or my marriage or whatever, because it's not my concern. There are certain things I'll never know that other people think or feel about me because I'm not around people who would tell me. I'll never know. Your limiting beliefs about what I do means nothing to me because I'm not tuned in to that. I'm not tuned in to a source that would even get it to me that you feel like that about me. So be mindful of that. Pursue what you desire. Pursue your purpose. Do it passionately. Do it consistently. Do it confidently. Oh my goodness. If I could give you any great advice, no matter who it is or where they are in your life, go ahead and start pursuing what you desire limitlessly. Okay? With great joy and abundance in your heart to see the outcome that you desire. So the points that matter: know your worth, understand your value, operate in full confidence, and only focus on what supports your beliefs. Focus on what supports your belief. Look for details that support your beliefs and let those beliefs serve you. All right? Don't work against yourself. Focus on what serves you most. Okay? All right, I hope this video has encouraged you and will put you on the path to doing the things that help you the most. It doesn't matter where you came from or what you saw or didn't see. You can always choose an alternate ending, the one that best suits you. Okay? All right. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.